Blue, Suzuki, Treadmill, Morlock. No, not you too, Morlock. Wilson. No, Wilson. I'm sorry, Wilson. Who are all these people? They're Mets. They're all Mets. Oh God, they're all Mets. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 65 of the New York Mets, and the only place to start today is the medical center because we have had so many injuries. It has basically punctuated the first month of the season. The big one here though is Eberhard Morlock, 3 months. It was I think it's torn ankle ligaments or something. We can probably just click and see, can't we? Yeah, torn ankle ligaments, and it's a shame because he was tearing up Major League Baseball when he got injured. But you can see Wilson's out for 3 weeks. Drew Smith, the bullpen's been devastated essentially. Add to those guys, Blue, Suzuki, Nimmo, they've all spent time on the injured list. So it's been tough, but all things considered, it's been going okay. We'll have a quick look at the standings here, and you can see we're top of the division. We're the best team in baseball, which is really good. Obviously, we're doing okay. But we've been really slowed down thanks to injuries. You can see here, if we look at the batting side of things, McNeil, Mauricio's doing really well, batting well, and Suzuki as well. Home runs, Morlock. Now, considering he's missed about 2 weeks already, he has been doing really well. Conforto's had a slow start, but coming good. Suzuki's been solid. McNeil, again, leading the way, as was Morlock's been missing for a couple of weeks, and he's still top of the RBI list. Mauricio as well. Stolen bases, we're getting up there in that. Where are we overall in stolen bases? We're tied 4th, so that's an improvement for us. You can see the war there. Now, on the pitching side of things, first of all, massive props to young Daniel Stefanovic here. ERA of 3. He's done really well. Simeon Woods Richardson's had a bit of a tougher time, but we'll get to sort of how the games have gone in just a second. But you can see Peterson, he's been doing bits as well. Syndergaard and Tejada, the 3 guys that we need to do the job for us, have been doing the job for us. Syndergaard, look at that. He is just back to his absolute brutal best. He wants to be the best pitcher on this staff, doesn't he? He is not happy with what Tejada has done to him by winning the Cy Young from under his nose. Now, if we go and have a quick look at what do we want, the schedule here, to see how we have been going. Now, we left things off opening day, of course, with the win at Cincinnati. Game 2 in this, 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th got us over the line. So we left it late, but we did get the job done in that one. And then game 4 of this series, this was game 4. This was Woods' first start. So it was only 3 earned runs, which is not too bad. But he did have a little bit of a tough start to the game. You can see they were scoring and they were scoring regularly, but we did manage to dig out a result. So that was good. Then we played Boston. Where are we here? Boston. No, this was Woods' first start, was it? This was Woods' first start. What was I talking about? Yeah, so there you can go. You can see tough start again. 3 innings in the first, 3 runs in the first innings, but he did come back quite well. Which, as I said, it was good. He did okay for a first start. I was relatively happy with that, and we got the win as well. Then we played Boston. Now, game 1, this was Daniel Stefanovic's first start. Now, he did okay as well. 7 innings, only gave up 4 earned runs. It went down as a loss, but I was relatively happy with how he did. I thought that was a good first up effort. Just a shame the bats weren't there to back him up. And then game 2 of this series, 6 runs in the 4th innings. That's where we got the job done. So that was good. A few home runs in there. Morlock, this was when he was absolutely tearing at the bits. 3 RBIs for him in this one. Then we went and played the Nationals. Now, we lost the first one in this series, which was obviously disappointing. And in this one, all 3 of their runs came in the 5th inning. So it was otherwise a decent effort. It's a good pitching effort by both teams. But the fact it was just a 5th innings, bit of a slip up that cost us in that one. Then game 2 in this series, 8-0. Peterson only went and threw a shutout. What a performance from David Peterson. Could not be happier for him. So that was amazing. And then we got some runs as well. As you can see there, 5 of them in the 7th innings, which was really good. Then we went and we played the Braves. Now again, we won 2 of 3 against them. We lost the first game, which happens. Now it was in this series that Morlock got injured, and you can see. We did drop off a little bit, but we've had some tough games. Now, game 2 of this series was game 3 of this series. This was Daniel Stefanovic's first win. 8 innings again, went 7 innings, only gave up 2 earned runs. A really, really good performance from him, and he was actually man of the match. So, that's how you do that. I should say too, if you do want to have one of the players named after you, one of the youngsters coming up, it's one of my thank you perks, I guess, in Patreon for supporting the Patreon. If you do just want to check the Patreon down in the link there if you're interested, and all the information's there. But that's how you get someone named after you. Now, then we played the Pirates. We won 2 of 2. We did have a game lost to the weather here. In game 2 of this one was 2-1, and it was 2 home runs from Ciro Suzuki. So he got the job done there for us, which was really, really good. 2 solo home runs, yeah, must have been. So 3 hits otherwise. If it wasn't for Suzuki, we would have really struggled. But we did steal a win there, I think. That was the Pirates. Then we went and played Tampa Bay. Game 2 of this series. Now, of course, we had the designated hitters in line for this one. Game 2 of this series, 8 runs in the 9th to snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat into that one. So that was absolutely stunning stuff. And this was where Wilson got injured, was in this one here. So he did manage to get the win, but did also pick up the injury, which was a bit of a disappointment. Then we went and we played the Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals, if you remember, we played them in the Divisional Championship Series last year. They're a really, really good team, and they proved that again here. Game 2, we only got the single hit. And that, of course, that went to Conforto. So well done to him for being the only Mets player to hit a ball in that game. But we got absolutely shut down by Bumgarner. Okay. I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong. I hope I have anyway, or else that poor man. Then we played game 4 in this one. Now, game 4 in this one, Alvarez and Conforto were both suspended for arguing with the umpires. We went on and won the game anyway. I don't really understand what they were complaining about. I think they were both strikeout calls, if I'm honest. There we go. But Conforto did okay. He went 2 for 4 with an RBI. I think it was a home run. It wasn't a home run. But yeah, we lost them both for, I think... one of them was 2 games, one was 3 games. So one of them is back for this one, and one of them still suspended. But the first 2 games of the Giants series, game 1 was another Daniel Stefanovic start, and yet again he did really, really well. 7 innings again. He goes deep. He only gave up 1 run, but I mean, this one didn't go down as a loss for him, thankfully, because he wouldn't have deserved that. But yeah, again, another quality start, and you will have seen that we bumped him up in the pitching rotation. Then we won game 2, 1-0. I mean, these are soccer scores, aren't they? This is what I expect in Football Manager, not Baseball Manager. But yeah, run in the 6th. Was it a home run as well? Was that? Oh, I thought it was Willie Ramos for a second there. No, it wasn't a home run, but the RBI went to Alec Thomas in this one. That's of course the guy that we traded for DeGrom to get DeGrom out. But, so that's how things are looking. We can see here, you can see how all the stats are doing. As I said, Stefanovic has moved up to to 4th in the pitching rotation. I don't know if pitching 3 lefties in a row is a problem or not, but not really. Simeon Woods, I still think he'll come good, but just not quite his time to shine right now. But anyway, that's where we're at. Let's go and have a look at the team we're sending out for this deciding game in the series against the Giants. And here we go. So leading off, it is Jeff McNeil. He's playing third base. Now, the reason he's playing third base is, well, we'll get to that in game actually, but he's playing third base and batting first. Odenthal bats second, is in left field. Suzuki is batting 3 in right field. My boy Blue in a little bit of a cold streak here, but he bats clean up as at first base. Mauricio bats 5 at shortstop. Griff comes in to play second and bat number 6. Alvarez bats 7 and is the catcher. Alec Thomas goes in center field. He bats number 8. Peterson, he's on fire. He bats number 9. And we're up against Seth Elridge. He's also in a slump, their pitcher, so love to see that. Decent enough this season so far. I mean, his whip is unbelievably good, and his ERA is not bad either. So if that's a slump, I'd hate to see him when he's in a hot streak. Jesus. And welcome to San Francisco with the river in the background, or the bay, or whatever it is. Let's get things underway here. McNeil to lead us off. Now, the reason that McNeil's playing third base is basically because when Morlock we called the youngster up, I think, is it Newton, Chevron Newton or something? There's a part of me that was excited. It's like, oh, we can give this kid a go now. He's a good player, just not as good as Morlock, and he can only really play third base. McNeil leads us off with a strikeout. Not really what we wanted, but that's fine. But his batting was horrible. He's batting under 100, so we couldn't leave him in the lineup. Not when we have someone like Griff that's a good hitter who we can bring in and we can move McNeil over, and it doesn't really affect us in any way. So was a little bit of a disappointment. what I thought was maybe a silver lining to come out of the Morlock injury. I mean, he's gone for a long time yet, so we might try and ease him back in, let him pinch hit for a while and see how he goes. But yeah, that was disappointing. Now, Peterson to lead us off, it was a bit of a disappointing first innings for us at the plate. Let's hope we can do a little bit better on the mound. Go on, Peterson. That should be easy enough. It's straight to Mauricio's at shortstop, isn't he? Oh, I tell you what, I only just got there in time. So that's one away. Griff at second base makes me nervous. He really does make me nervous. Peterson, though, has been doing really, really well. That's the first time I think we've had a shutout in a long time, anyway, because they tend to what an innings, 2 strikeouts for Peterson, and that sits them down and shuts them up pretty quickly. We go again with my boy Blue at the plate. Yeah, we don't get many shutouts, obviously, because we tend to take the pitchers off, because they have to bat. But obviously, having such a comfortable lead meant that he could just keep going. Mauricio gets a decent hit on that, but that is a first pitch swing and it's a first pitch out, which is a little bit disappointing as well. Griff McGear comes in up against a righty. He's not the best versus righties, but we'll see how he... Oh, absolutely crunched. Is he injured? It looks like he's fine. Griff is tough, and that brings Alvarez to the plate with a chance with 2 out to advance the run-up, and that is not going to get the job done, is it? That is another quick innings. And this pitcher, he continues to show why his whip is so low, doesn't he? Come on, Peterson. There we go. All right. Peterson in early season form. This is what we like to see. Who we got up to bat now? It's Jones. It's Ryder Jones. This guy's batting 282 so far this season, so he's doing okay. He's hit that, and that's going to get in, and that could be a double. Conforto's there, whips it in, but that is a 1-out double, and the first hit of the game as well, other than the hit on the back of Griff McGear, of course. So not ideal, but I'm sure there's nothing to worry about here. Willie Myers batting 187. Ooh, he's hit that, but it's been popped straight up, and Thomas is there. That's Alec Thomas, right? Thomas is there, makes the catch, and that is the end of the second out. Was it Marvin? Is that what that was? Marwin. Oh, Marwin Gonzalez. That's up the middle. Oh, it's gotten through, and that might... Throw it in, Alex. Throw it in, mate. Oh, he does manage to hit the runner at third. 2 out, runners at the corners, and just a few nerves from the manager here, or the general manager, as the case may be. Peterson... That's been popped up. It should be easy enough for Suzuki. He's ranging underneath it and makes the play. All right. A few nerves there, but we do indeed get away with that. All right, Alec Thomas now. He hasn't been batting too well, but he's been doing well enough. He's got that. Tried to muscle it, but can't get it past second base, and that is the out. Really good contact hitter, as you can see. So that's why he's sort of in the lineup. We did manage to get Nimmo down to AAA as well. Peterson's got a nice little hit on that, but not deep enough, too high, and that will be the out. When he was injured, I managed to convince him to go back and do a rehab mission. So that gives us a chance to try Alec Thomas, because I think he's maybe a better option. And in hindsight, like I say, I wonder if maybe I shouldn't have re-signed Nimmo. But for 6.5, we love our treadmill, don't we? We had to get him back in. All right, Peterson against the pitcher. He's got a hit on that, but Mauricio should be there. Oh, it's going to be an infield hit. It's a lead-off single, and Peterson had a really, really good start. But is he just starting to waver here? We go again with Nick Gordon. He was 0 for 1. I think, did he pop up first innings? They tried to steal the pitcher. That is not a chance in the world. And that is the end of their base runner. 1 out, none on. Alvarez has cut down 3 of 11 now. Which is that good? That seems rather low. But anyway, here we go again with Peterson. And he walks. He just wants that runner on first. It must be a comfort thing. Jorge Mateo. Now, he got struck out first time around. Strikes out again, second time around. There we go. That's 2 down. And with Joey Bart to the plate, what can we do here? He's hit that really, really well. And I don't think it's going to score him, but it will at least get into third. It's going to be a double. And just a few nerves here. If they hadn't stole the pitcher, they may have found themselves with a run there. But that's what you get for stealing, isn't it? Crime doesn't pay, boys. All right. Hilo Ramos with 2 out, 2 on. And that's been popped up for a horrible second there. I thought it was going to land out here somewhere. But again, we get away with it a little bit there. Not the most convincing so far from Peterson after that first really good innings. Here we go with Odenthal. Hit up the middle. That's not going to get through. And we are yet to get a base hit. And this guy is supposed to be in a cold streak. Suzuki steps in. What can he do? Oh, he strikes out. You can see the bats have really cooled off. It almost happened with the Morlock injury. Another strikeout for Blue. We were really, really doing well. And then just the last week or so, we've really started to struggle at the plate. That's gotten down to third base. But what's his name? Not Morlock. It's McNeil down there. Picks it up and gets the first out. Now, can we get a second and third out? Nice quick innings here, please, Peterson. That's been hit. Oh, I think it's going to be caught. We've got two guys running around and Thomas gets there in the end. And a decent catch, actually. He had a long way to go to get to that. That's 2 out. Marwin Gonzalez steps in. He's 1 for 1 today. He's 1 for 2 now. All right. That was a better innings, Peterson. That's what we like to see from you. All right. We go again with Ronnie Mauricio. He is batting .317 so far this season. 13 RBIs. He's been a bit of a star, actually. He's got a hit on that, but can't get it past first base, and the pitcher covers, and that is the first out. Unlucky. Griff McGear, now he hasn't been a regular in the lineup. You can see he's 8 for 31 so far this season. He's hit that, though, really well, has he? It's going back. It's not quite deep enough, I don't think. No, it's caught on the warning track. Unlucky for Griff. It brings Alvarez in. Now, Alvarez is 0 for 1. He's only batting .197. He hasn't quite had the season we were hoping after he was so good, wasn't he, when he came in for the postseason last year. Basically forced Willie Ramos out of the team, but continues to struggle at the plate this season. Kevin Pillar. Did he used to play for the Blue Jays, I think, center field? I think he did. Have some of that. Not really what we wanted. A lead-off, none out, run on. Pitcher up to bat. He's laid down the bunt. I don't think it's going to be a double. We'll just take one, though. Just take one. Alvarez does make the play. Blue gets the catch. And that is 1 away. Runner on second. There's a run coming here, isn't there? Bruce may need to change something in the dugout, Mr. Crab. Come on. You need to influence this game, mate. That should be easy enough. Griff has fielded it. Gets the throw. Look at that. Almost looks like a baseballer there, Griff, at second base. Wonderful stuff. 2 out. Runner at third, but we just need to worry about Mateo. He is 0 for 2 so far today. We've walked him. Come on, Peterson. It's Joey Bart. Now, he crunched one down the right field line last time up, didn't he? Come on. He's hit that. It's popped up. I think Thomas is going to make that play. He's got a long way to go again, but he does. And yet again, bullet dodged. I feel like we're in the Matrix here. We're just, swerving past bullets. But we've just about done enough. All right, Alex Thomas leads us off. He's hit that. He's hit that really, really well. No, it's not quite deep enough. It does get over the outfielder's head, though. And he's quick. Could this be an inside the field home run? I don't think it is. It's going to be a triple, though. Alex Thomas, take a bow, mate. Our first look at him on the channel, and he has crushed one over the right fielder's head. And it is a triple. What a way to start. Peterson now. Can he drive in a run? Oh, he can! Peterson with the RBI. Thomas with the run. It's none out. We've snuck a lead. Our first 2 hits of the game, and we've taken the lead on the back of him. Jeff McNeil now with none out. Runner at first. He gets it. Oh, is that going to be a double play? I think it is. Oh, is it? I think he beat the throw. He did beat the throw, so just one. It's a fielder's choice, so it's not going to help his batting average, but Odenthal steps in, batting .292 with 1 out, runner at first, and that will be the double play that ends the innings. Or is it? No, McNeil must have broken up the play with a slide, so that's okay. Again, we're dodging. We are definitely in the Matrix this game, aren't we? Dodging bullets left, right, and center. Oh, Suzuki! It's gone! A home run from Suzuki! It's 3-0, and how have we done this? 386 feet. I think it's Suzuki's first home run. It is his first home run on the channel. He got a triple, I think, last game, didn't he? But what a hit from Suzuki. Christian Yelich, there's his replacement, launching a home run, and now it's Blue's turn. Come on, Bluey. Back up the middle, and that's going to get in as well. It's a 2-out rally. Wonderful stuff from Blue. And we go again. It's going to bring up, is it Mauricio now? Can we keep it going? Oh, Mauricio's crushed it as well. It's 2 home runs. That could be in the river. It's 2 home runs in the innings, and we've exploded with 5 runs in the 6th, and we're not finished yet. Excellent stuff from Mauricio. He has been a star this season. He really, really has. And that is just 2 more RBIs onto the tally. 15 RBIs now for him. Excellent stuff. It brings Griff in. We've seen the end of their pitcher now, and Ken Griff. Oh, someone switched the lights out. Come on, Griff. He walks. Oh, the rally continues. And we go again with Alvarez. He's not been in the best form. He gets a hit on it, which is more than he's been doing, but that ends the innings. But not before. Damage done. Excellent stuff. 5 runs in the top of the 6th. And that gives Peterson something to work with now. Now, if we can just break their backs here with a nice quick innings, and that should be that. Oh, that still counts as a strikeout, I think, isn't it? So there we go. Alvarez kept his cool there, gets the throw up to Blue. Ryder Jones, he is 1 for 2 so far today. Oh, he's crushed that. That might be 5-1. It is 5-1. We don't want to let them back into this, Peterson. That's a little bit of a shame. You could have got your second shutout the way you were going. We had a decent enough lead, but their 6th hit finally drives in a run. No, it's their 5th hit. We can't complain. That's been coming. It brings up Willie Myers. He's 0 for 2 so far today. And that's been well hit as well. Bruce, it might be time to call this on Peterson, mate. Do I have a phone? Do I have a phone I can call down to the dugout? Let's hope that we've pulled him after that, because we've been dodging bullets. None out double, and we're going to keep going with him. All right. I'm watching you, though, Bruce. I'm watching you. Can we get the out at 3rd? No, he's stolen 3rd. I mean, if it gets back to 5-2, that's shooting distance, isn't it? There we go. All right, Peterson. There we go. Now, is he up to bat next innings? He is. So if we can squeeze this out of him, come on, let's get this man out. Come on, Peterson. It's been hit. It's going to get caught, is it? No, it's going to get down. It's 5-2. And we might just have to call it, Bruce. You might just have to call it. Oh, he gives him another batter. All right, he does get us out of it. It's disappointing. What was otherwise, I mean, a bullet dodging, but decent start. Just letting himself down a little bit at the end there. Finally, sort of his luck ran out. But we still go again. It's Thomas to lead us off. He led us off well last time. What can he do this time? I'm assuming we'll be pitch hitting next. If he can get on base, he's got a piece of it, but it's straight to first base, and that is the first out. Here we go. Chevron Newton comes in. Now, he's batting 107. He hasn't had a good start to his major league time. He did hit 1 home run, but you can see he's only had 2 other hits other than that. Let's hope he gets on base here. Come on, mate. I really want him to do well. He's got a piece of it, but it's straight to second base, and that doesn't help his average, does it? Or the on-base percentage, or anything else. Jeff McNeil with 2 out. What can he do here? It's going to get through, is it? No. Shortstop manages to get it. And that ends the 7th innings. We stretch. A 5-2 lead. You'd like to think it's comfortable, but it could be better, couldn't it? Brian Garcia comes in. Now, let's hope he can see this out for us here. His ERA is, you can see there, where's his ERA? I'll have to have a look for it here. I think he's had another rough start to the year, I think. I don't think I'm dreaming that up. ERA, yeah, 5.19. He did have one particularly bad innings, and he's reeling it back in. So, not as bad as last year's start. That's been popped up, and that should be easy enough for Thomas out there. So yeah, I mean, he's a big part of our bullpen now. You know, we've especially with the injuries we've got as well. Another strikeout. All right, that's a good, quick innings like that, Mr. Garcia. All right, we go again. Odenthal, see we've got a couple of slumping batters as well. Come on, Odenthal, get yourself out of this slump, mate. He strikes out. We've got him in. You know, he's playing. Oh, he's in left field, isn't he? I think I said Conforto. Well, he's in left field because Conforto's suspended. Conforto will be back next game. This was Gus Alvarez's first game back from his suspension. Oh, Blue. Was that an error on Blue, or was that an error on the throw? It's an error on... Oh, no, we're batting. What am I talking about? Excellent stuff. I don't care who the error is. Suzuki beats the throw, and Blue comes in. Why did I think we were fielding then? They walk Blue. They're scared of him. And that brings up Mauricio Ken now. Of course, home run hero last time. He's got extra runners on base this time. He's hit it relatively well. It's going to get down. It's going to score a run. Suzuki should score from there. It's another RBI for Mauricio. Continues to improve and just impress on his major league career. And it makes you wonder how he ever got by without him, doesn't it? Griff McGear with 1 out. Runners at second and third. He's hit that really well, has he? It's been popped up a little bit too much. I don't think it's going to get Blue to third. It might. Blue's not the quickest, though. It does. Good stuff, Blue. That's 2 out or 1 out? 2 out. Runner at third. Runner at the corners. It's Alvarez with a chance to knock in an RBI here. Come on, mate. He strikes out again. Just Two young catchers, and neither of them are quite doing what we hoped they would. But we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Brian Garcia. And he gets another strikeout. I tell you what, how many strikeouts is that now for him? That's his 2nd strikeout already. 14 for the season. He's doing really, really well. That's down the first base line. Too easy for Blue, though. He snagged that, hasn't he? What a play from Blue. 2 away, and come on, Mr. Garcia. Let's end this now, please. There we go. All right, excellent stuff. We go into the 9th with a 4-run lead. Mostly down to Mauricio, isn't it, with his 3 RBIs. It's Alek Thomas to lead us. This is the 3rd inning in a row, it feels like he's let us off. What can he do here? He's got a piece of that. It's been popped up, though, and that is very easy for the left fielder. I think I could catch that. There we go. That's 1 away. Brings up Dominic Smith, pinch hitting for Garcia. Smith did play a little bit for Blue while he was injured. You can see he's batting .321. Did really, really well. Oh, it's going to get through with it. It is. Dominic Smith. Well done, mate. He did so well to the point I contemplated not bringing Blue back in, and then I realised it's Blue. Of course he's coming back in. But here we go. Jeff McNeil with runner at first. 1 out. Full count as well. Can he get maybe a loose pitch? He's got it back up the middle. He has got it back up the middle. There we go. A hit for McNeil. Is Smith going to get the 3rd? No. Sensibly holds at 2nd. And with 1 out, runners at 1st and 2nd, it's Odenthal. He's hit, I think, was it 4 home runs, 5 RBIs. That tells you roughly how good he's doing this year. It's either out of the park or it's just out. And that was just out. 2 outs now. Can we, with Suzuki, who's had a decent day, 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Of course, he hit that home run. Can he do it again? No, he stands there and watches strike 3, and that gets us out of that innings. Not that we want to get out of the innings, but it's 6-2. Zamora comes in. We're looking to save Diaz. That's fine. Let's hope Zamora can get the job done here for us. Come on, mate. It's a bit of a thankless task, this, isn't it? Oh, nice strikeout for Zamora. He has just come back from injury. You can see he's only pitched 2 innings before this. So, it's a lot of pressure on him. It's a good part of the order, and Pillar gets one into centre field. It's a 1-out hit. A double play can still get us out of this, though. It's Josh Reddick pinch hitting for the Giants. Come on, Zamora. Oh, it's a pass ball. We don't have to worry too much about the runner because it's, they need 4, don't they? So the runner at 2nd isn't the worst thing in the world. Just would have liked the double play to be sort of in play. That's down to Blue. Blue makes a nice catch. Well done, mate. That's 2 away. And we're down. Well, they're down to their final out. It's Nick Gordon who's 0 for 3. Can Zamora get the job done here for us? It's been popped up. That should be that. We've got... Oh, no. Where's it going? It's McNeil. McNeil at 3rd base. And that ends the game. Well done, boys. A good, solid win. 8 hits apiece, but we hit the big ones, didn't we? We got the win. So there we go, with thanks to a massively huge 6th innings, wasn't it? 5 in the 6th. Yeah, 5 in the 6th inning. We get the job done. It just extends our lead. Nicely done, boys. Can we finish the season with this sort of winning percentage? That would be something very, very special. If we look at where the Giants are, they're not a good team. So we don't want to, we don't want to pat ourselves on the back too much. But you've got to win games. You can't just go out there and sort of. You've got to actually, go out there and win the game. And we've done just that, which is really, really good. But that's it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit thumbs up. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, of course, is when we play baseball. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back. We've got to play one of the Rockies, don't we? Because that's, of course, where Christian Yelich abandoned us to for all that money that we offered him the same money. I'm still annoyed about that. But anyway, we'll come back for one of these Rockies games. I might try and come back when Stefanovic is pitching, so we can get a good look at one of our youngsters, maybe him or Woods. We'll see how the pitching rotation's working at this point. But we will be back to beat Christian Yelich, to beat him into the ground. That's all for Monday, though, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Until then, open Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.